What's up, guys? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys day number 4 in my first ever 12 days of Christmas horror, a little mini series where we watch and review 12 Christmas horror films in 12 days leading up to Christmas. And the film that I chose to review today is one that I don't think a lot of people have seen, but it's a little bit of a favorite of mine, and that is Elves from the year 1989. Now, anybody who's familiar with this film might be wondering where the hell did you get a DVD of Elves? But this is not a official DVD. This is actually a bootleg, because Elves is stuck on VHS. It still has not had a DVD release, a Blu-ray release, a 4K release, nothing. I think there have been releases outside of America, North America, but I don't know for sure. But I think I've seen copies of Elves from foreign territories. But yeah, Elves 1989, starring Dan Haggerty, who is Grizzly, what the hell's his name? Grizzly Adams? Grizzly something? I think he plays a character, Grizzly or something. But yeah, okay, Elves. This movie is so wild to me. The plot follows a teenage girl who is a teenage girl. You know, she's just wants to hang out with her friends and you know, meet boys and stuff like that. She has a little brother who's a little brat. Her mother is mean and sort of abusive to her, and her crazy German grandfather in a wheelchair is just weird and crazy. And her friends go out into the forest and have a little seance, and this elf comes up out of the dirt and basically is after her and her friends. They also break into the mall where they work to meet up with some boys, and Dan Haggerty's character is a down on his luck Santa Claus, mall Santa, who is staying in the mall, and strikes a friendship with our lead character. And yeah, that's basically the plot. Except for it's a little bit deeper than that, and we also have things such as creepy little brothers who want to see their sister's tits because they're big, and you know, I think there's one line where he says something along the lines of, "It wasn't the cat, it was a." It was he says "fuck you." It was what does he say? It was a fucking little midget dwarf creature or something. I forget exactly what he says. I just watched this too, but he says something wild like that, and it's hilarious every time. So the little brother character is definitely a riot. And then you have this weirdo looking elf thing. Which, by the way, the title's Elves. There's only one elf in the movie. And yeah, there's also a Nazi plot, a incest plot, and an Antichrist plot, and they all intertwine, which is great. So this movie, so the backstory of the elves and how they tie into the Nazis is hilarious. It's insane. It's pure insanity, and everybody in this movie plays it straight faced. Like, everybody is making a serious movie in this movie. Nobody's being tongue in cheek. Nobody's being silly. Everybody's trying their hardest, and I'm here for it. It's great. The elf itself looks kinda not the best. It's very rubbery and stupid looking, and it's not on screen a ton. There's not a whole lot of kills or anything like that. There's a couple. But it's just the absurdity of the plot. And then you got Dan Haggerty, who's just this, like, nice dude who is just, like, takes over the movie, and he's like our Dr. Loomis character, and he's going around doing investigating, trying to tie all the pieces together and stuff like that, trying to protect the girl. And he's just like, he has such a like a nice, like, gentlemanly you know, characteristics to his character, and it's just like funny. But he's like a heavy like chain smoker in the movie. Like, he's always just apologizing to people, and like just the way he talks is very funny in this movie. And he's just like, he probably smells like coffee and like 100 packs of cigarettes. Like like this guy is just smoking nonstop in the movie. And it's just a wild one, dude. If you've never seen it, a lot of people think it's like a horrible movie. I think it is. It gets better with each watch too. It's one of those just like absurd movies that's like just so out there that it's hilarious to me. And yeah, I kind of love this movie. I don't think it's like an amazing movie, but I just think that it is crazy and awesome. So yeah, you could probably see it on like YouTube and stuff like that. If I was gonna make a list of movies that need to be on Blu-ray, this would be one of the top movies. I've been wanting it for years. I've asked a million people about it. Apparently the rights are all messed up. So yeah, it was originally done by American International Pictures, I think. AIP, I think that's what that is. Unless there's another AIP. But there's also like these other Nazi characters in the movie and stuff like that. It's a wild one. Check it out if you never have. It's doesn't have the most Christmas atmosphere, but it definitely has some. Not a lot of snow in this one. But yeah, that is Elves from 1989. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. But I do love the movie. I recommend checking it out if you've never seen it. With that said, peace out.